Well, good morning, good evening, and good day to all of you out there in the world. Thanks for joining me today and checking out this new playthrough. This game I found is called Stranded: Alien Dawn, and we're going to be running through it. I have played this game a few times already after discovering it on my, searching for new content. And as you can see, it looks beautifully rendered. This game was made by the same people that made Surviving Mars, which I might cover if you want to see a gameplay through that. I definitely would enjoy doing some Surviving Mars, but for right now, let's just focus on Stranded: Alien Dawn for this particular playthrough on this playlist. This game is modded, and I found some pretty fun mods on the Steam Workshop. And although it is modded, it's not cheaty modded. There's no invincibility or God mode type shit. I don't really do that kind of stuff unless I really want to just dig into the guts of the game and see all the different stuff that can be done with the software. However, though, I did find some interesting mods. So let's go to the mod manager and we'll look at it in alphabetical order. So one of the things I found, these are all the mods that I downloaded. You can see that some of them are in fact disabled. Excuse me. They do come in a little bit cheaty. So the ones that we're working with this time is increased survivor count, because I thought, if we're gonna do it, then we might as well have a lot of people. So we'll work with a lot of people. You can see that the animal, the dolphin and the camel, produce milk, and they now become a little bit more advantageous to have in pens. So that was kind of an added bonus. Like I said, it's not really like cheaty per se. I mean, you still got to do shit with the milk and figure out ways to use it. And it does come with some more recipes. You can make cheese, and you can use the milk as milk in itself. We got a little bit better armor available, although we do have to work up to it. The oil in the barrel, I'm not sure if this is a functional thing, but being able to store our fuel in oil barrels seems a little bit more sensical. But again, like I said, it's not cheating. This one, Beyond Stranded, if you want to pause and take a look at this for your own curiosity, you go right ahead. But it definitely makes things a little bit more interesting. Like I said, it's not cheating, but there are some cheaty things that are in here, like the bigger freezer. I'm not going to use that. The birds, they do lay eggs and they drop feathers, so that makes sense that they would do that if they're going to have big birds and stuff in there. Why couldn't you use the eggs and the feathers? Canned goods, like your canned meats, go along with pickling, which is a natural progression. I mean, if you can pickle fruit, you can pickle meat too, and that makes sense. So I added that. The Carnotaurus dino is just a bigger version of the other dinos that run around, like you can see here in the background. These two guys. The composter, if you have crops or gardens or stuff like that, composting is a thing. And then some other fun things. We got an energy bow and an energy auto rifle, which you have to work up to. The environmental science thing, I tried that out. I found it to be a little bit more cheaty, because you don't really have to go out and do anything. You just stay in the research lab and research. So I found it a little cheaty. One of the other things that I found here is the Firefly Serenity crew, and we might do a playthrough with them. I definitely have the game speed altered. A grain silo, which you have to work up to, is pretty handy. Let's see, the immortal shooting target. I got that one just because, you know, it's a shooting target, man. They're made to be burly and not, you know, they're not going to crumble after a shot or two. So I didn't really find that cheaty, so I went ahead and got that. Improved power and defenses is pretty cool. These three right here, I haven't really tried out the Taskmaster. The Beyond Stranded comes with its own micromanager for task managing, so I went ahead and just left that out. The longer trade scenario we might look at in future playthroughs, but I haven't even done the trade scenario yet, so I might do that after we get to end game in the basic crash landing playthrough. The assault rifle, which is in this playthrough, yeah, it makes sense to have it, although I haven't been able to get to it in any of my other playthroughs because, you know, you kind of got to work up to these things. Finally, the map editor. It's pretty cool. I've played with it a little bit, and it is definitely worth a look if you want to try it out. Although you can do some pretty interesting things with it, but we won't be using that in any of the playthroughs for legit playthrough. I just find it way too cheaty because you can really break the game and, you know, make it not challenging at all. We're gonna go ahead and turn this off. I found this to be pretty decent, but the vanilla version, I think it's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. We got some new recipes, which makes sense that you would be able to have, like your glitter caps. You can make mushroom soup out of them. The Nova Mech and Nova Robot, I've added those, and yeah, they're a pain in the ass to get. So not cheating. The Raypax Gujo, I got that, but you know, I went ahead and just left them out. It's, you know, there's enough critters already. Recipe collections, definitely adds more recipe collections, so you can have, like, you know, scrambled eggs and bacon. So it just expands the recipe repertoire of the vanilla game. What else do we got here? Social tendencies kind of revamps the social aspects, and you know, it gives a little bit more meat to the vanilla version. Again, like I said, I try to keep away from all the cheaty shit, and this it's pretty good. It just kind of expands the repertoire a little bit more. And then we have the Star Trek Survivors, which gives you the crew of the Starship Enterprise. I think there's only a few right now, as the modder is still working on it. But the Stargate SG-1, this is the playthrough that we'll be using. I thought it was kind of cute, and I'm really a big fan of Stargate and Star Trek. Pretty much anything with star in it. But that's a conversation for another time. In any case, these are the characters we'll be using instead of the vanilla ones. Although the vanilla characters are still in the game, and they do show up as wandering survivors and such. I got the Steam statue because, you know, hey, I like to represent. Steam's been pretty good to me, so I went ahead and got that. The Super Graphene Solar Panel is a very late game addition. It's I wouldn't call it really like cheaty or anything, but it definitely ups the game. And then we have these last two, the sweetened fruit drink, which, you know, yeah, whatever. I didn't really think it was all that great. And then the true extreme temperatures. I find the vanilla paired with the rest of the stuff, the vanilla is more than adequate. So that's it for the mods. Other than that, it's just a straight playthrough from beginning to end, whatever that may be. Like I said, I haven't been to the end game, like end-to-end game yet, and I've had a lot of failed missions in the learning curve. So as it stands right now, This is Stranded Alien Dawn, and we are going to make a new game. One of the things that I've seen right here is in our scenarios with the crash landing is the Beyond gives us definitely a much increased kind of repertoire of people, and we can start with a lot of people or a few people, but we're going to do the crash landing. And as it sits right now, because it's SG-1, they're really not crash landing anywhere. It's SG-1. If you've seen the show, if you've seen the movie, you know what they do, you know what they're about. And when they go to a new planet through the gate, or if they're on one of their interstellar ships, they go prepared. And they're not often caught with their pants down, as it were. So, when they come, they're prepared. So I would say it's more or less an exploratory mission that we'll be running under the auspice of, or a colonization trip. So that's the premise we're working on. So here it says the crash landing while en route to Outer Worlds. The passenger ship Alien Dawn suffers catastrophic hyperdrive malfunction and starts breaking apart in orbit of an unknown planet. Up to 8 passengers reach one of the emergency landing pods. This is the story of their survival. Their mission: find a way back to civilization. So, that's basically the vanilla version of it. But like I said, this is more SG-1-ish. So we'll be taking it from that standpoint. The region that we will stop at is the Sobrius. It is temperate mountains area with large meadow, and since there's only 2 right now, I'm hoping that the devs will add some more in following DLCs or patches as the game progresses. Our moon of choice, we have 4 moons to choose from, and basically this is like your arbiter, I guess you could say. And like Concordia is the goddess of balance, and she keeps things pretty balanced away as far as climate and all that is concerned. Jason sends through challenges but provides time to prepare for them. I've never done any of these other moons. I've only been working with Concordia so far because it's the default, and since this is a new game and we're going on a playthrough, we're gonna go ahead and stay with Concordia. And you know, who doesn't want to be on, you know, in the Mandoverse? Difficulty is going to be medium, and the seed, we're just going to let the seed be the seed. So I'm not really sure about the whole litany of seeds that you can use through the play. Let me know in the comments if you know anything about this as far as how the convention in itself works, and I might be able to apply it to subsequent playthroughs. Game rules, we're not going to use any other game rules. It's going to be completely vanilla. The big family is usually one that I would use, but because of the mod that I'm using, it already adds that to the base of the base, if you know what I mean. So this is going to be a really more or less introductory episode to this game. This is a lot of preparatory work for subsequent episodes. So we're really not going to do a whole lot. We're just going to get the preliminary stuff out of the way and get a nice foundation for the subsequent play and episodes. So without further ado or babbling on my part, let's get started with SG-1 and Stranded. So here we go with our characters. We're going to unload the default characters, and you can see we've got the SG team here, and it's near entirety from season 1 on up, because we have Jonas Quinn. And of course, as you know, Janet, she does eventually die. Carol Rothery does leave the show to seek other things. And General Hammond, the actor, Don Davis, he passed away. I would say not so long ago. I know it's been a couple of years, but you know, total respect. He was a good actor, and he was a tragic loss. So we are going to get our SG team together, which is Samantha Carter, Daniel Jackson, Jack O'Neill, and Teal'c. We can take a look real quick at some of their dossier, and it says here Samantha Carter is an astrophysicist, engineer, and pilot who served as operations leader for the Atlantis expedition for a year after playing a key role in bringing the Stargate program to life. Considered Earth's top expert on the Stargate and many other extraterrestrial technologies, Jack O'Neill once bluntly declared her brain a national resource. After leading the Atlantis expedition for a year, she is now commander of the Tauuri spacecraft USS George Hammond, and she does have occasional insights that boost the current research progress, which is kind of cool. And her instruction and her master builder, she's a master builder. She constructs structures and devices at twice the speed, which is way cool. Now, she does come in with a 0 physical, but everything else she's got at least a 1 in, and her highest, of course, is her intellect and her crafting. Daniel Jackson is a Egyptologist with degrees in archaeology, anthropology, philosophy, and speaks 23 Earth languages and 3 extraterrestrial languages. He is considered the voice of conscience and the humanist of his team, able to combine the legends of Earth with those encountered during SG-1's travels around the galaxy. He is also a fine diplomat and has established many friendships on a large number of planets. Although he can sometimes appear stiff in his attitude, his claim and unwavering seriousness earn him the respect of his colleagues. Finally, his relationship with Jack O'Neill evolved into the best friendship in the world. I see that a little bit of a typo there. Calming. Tries to calm down others regardless of own opinion of them. Has increased chances to succeed, which is kind of cool. Natural curiosity. Has a chance to field observe unknown species during expeditions, which is why we like to send him in the balloon all the time. He's got a pretty good repertoire of abilities, though his construction is nil, and excavating comes with the mod that I downloaded. We'll get to that a little bit later. And Jack O'Neill. So Jonathan J. O'Neill, also known as John or more commonly Jack, is a lieutenant general in the United States Air Force. He served 8 years in the Stargate program until he was transferred to the Pentagon to become the head of planetary security. He was the first leader of SG-1 and later the commander of Stargate Command. Traits. His combat instructor occasionally improves the combat skills of others, which is awesome. Sniper eye. Shoots twice as fast with ranged weapons. This is so helpful. And then, of course, we have Teal'c. Teal'c is a Jaffa serving Stargate Command and dedicated to the cause of the Jaffa Rebellion. Teal'c is a Jaffa from the planet Chulak, a planet with 2 stars. He has 157 years old due to the fact that he turned 50 when he got trapped in the Odyssey inside a time dilation bubble. Previously, Teal'c served Grandmaster Apophis as a Prima, or his prime. Basically, he was head of security. Intimidating. Occasionally intimidates others, making them feel unease. So in that kind of respect, I mean, he brings some issues. He's kind of like Connor in that sense. Liberated. Cannot experience meltdowns or euphoria, which is awesome. You never have to worry about Teal'c tripping out. And that is our SG-1 team for this playthrough. And off they go. So here we are in a whole new world. And we'll go ahead and let the rest of the ship kind of crash down if it's going to. I know there's always a couple of extra pieces. You know? Okay, so we're going to pause it right there. And of course, you know, the vanilla the vanilla crash scene is pretty much the same. But it's always Daniel that's crying. I don't get it. You know, it is what it is. It's whatever, right? So, we'll take a look at the lay of the land and see what we got going here. The first things first, we want to try and get situated as quickly as we can because the wildlife is going to come and investigate here on day 5, usually about the middle of the day. Sometimes, like right as we go to sleep, they want to come and attack. So we're not going to get any crashed. But the area that we crash landed or we arrived at seems to be a nice little mesa, and we can see that it is kind of full of life. Looks like we have some Gujo down there. Check these guys out real quick. Yeah, those are Gujo. They're pretty good to have as livestock, although they are carnivorous and they love their meat. So they're not usually the best to have, although you can. I wouldn't really recommend it because, well, they're a pain in the butt to keep fed, especially during the wintertime when your food resources are a paramount issue. So you want the terror birds. If you can find them, I think this might be one right here. That looks like it might be, no, maybe. So until we get over there and observe them and catalog what they are, it's kind of up in the air whether or not those are going to be the terror birds. So, we want to try and find, real quick, there's some buttermelons. We want to find our staples first. So, our staples would be our cloth blossom, and it seems that we are like literally at the edge of the map here. So, if we kind of scoot along the side, we can see. Yep, there it is. We are at the corner. So we are at the very corner of the map. Farthest corner. And we got all of that out there to play around with. So, let's see what we got floating around us. We have excuse me, it's late right now. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and set these things to salvage, because salvaging is so close at hand. Now we can get Jack and Tilk to start salvaging this stuff down. Alright, so that's them, and we have some Olfin right here, and then we have some of our giant variety dinos. And there are our intrepid explorers. Okay, so we have Brutch and Silicon. We will definitely check that out early on. More silicon, more pumpkins, we might have to travel a bit before we get to the good stuff. There's some mushrooms. Definitely. Those are pumpkins. Over here we've got tall grass. We'll get hay from that. And then our mushrooms. We'll get, I know there's probably a patch closer, but it's okay. It's okay. Plenty of mushrooms or pumpkins. I don't, however, see. Okay, these look like beef berries. Yeah. Okay, we'll get the beef berries. We are at the edge of the map there. There they are. There they are. This is what we're looking for. Cloth blossom. Okay, and then right here are the blueberries. These right here, if you want to domesticate your olphin, that's what you got to use. You got to use these blueberries. That's what they like to eat. And as far as feeding them, you definitely want to keep a ready supply and a nice big crop. So now that we got all that done, let's go ahead and let these guys get to work on salvaging their stuff and picking up loot. And we will set down a nice spot. We wanna, well, we need something here that is maybe not really permanent per se. Yeah, this looks like a nice spot. We come down here, we can look, and it's nice and flat, so we'll be able to get our habitat, permanent habitat. So let's go ahead and get our shelter going. Looks pretty good, and with the amount of stuff we got, go ahead and make it a little bit more, functional. Get our sleeping spots. Now, I'm not really worried in the early game about them disturbing each other. Okay, so we got 6 beds, because we will be getting others real soon. And we'll need the beds for them. Now we'll go ahead and put our first storage there, and we'll put our second storage here. And since we got some roof space, we can leave this there. And then we got a couple of places for our workbenches. Oh, we got an abandoned building spot here. All right, we'll put it on the map, and nope. What do we need? Oh yeah. Okay, science bench, and we will make that out of some scrap. Okay, put our science bench there, and our workbench. Put it right there. Which is fine. Alright, so we will speed these guys up to max speed. And we will butcher that. Look look at that. They got 14 med packs, 22 iron, 70 scrap. Here, just, of course, Samantha and Jack. They're hanging out together. Which is, that's good. Good. Alright, go ahead and put this little one right here. There we go. Now we got our storage area. Gotta squeeze in there a little bit. Okay, so crafting right now, they can't really craft anything too much. Okay, so now we need a defensible position, which we can't make out of anything just yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over, we're going to clear out all of this. Eggs, and we're going to cut down the trees and the bushes. And over here, we'll do the same. Bushes and trees. Nice. Now, look at that. See, like I said, these guys, the strangers, man, they come in pretty quick. But we will let them come. So we'll pause it right there and we'll check out who our new survivor is. We're going to give him a laser pistol because he's going to need something. There we go. So he's got, yeah, wow, he's pretty rounded. No interests. But he is pretty rounded, which is good. We can set him to do pretty much anything we want, and we'll trick out his character. We'll get these the broadleaf bushes, and we will observe the plants. We'll observe there. Whoop, pause it. And we want to observe this bird. Okay, so now that we got that going, we can now build the fence. Go ahead and build this out pretty far. Oh, see, there's another one. And who do we got? Ooh, Shao. Very nice. And before they get too wild and crazy with it, go ahead and give them a way to get in and out. So there we go, 6 people. And I don't think we're going to get the others anytime soon. That's usually about mid-game. So, let's see. Daniel is going to be our observer. So we want him to observe these birds right away. Oh, see, it's a Gujo. And this one also Gujo. And, oh, damn, they got to. We got boiling tea. Nice. Alright, so now we need our campfire. So what I like to do with my campfires and my stoves is we'll go ahead, put them right there. I like to put down 2. That way we got 2 people, 2 things cooking. And then we'll give them a table. there, right there. Now we'll put it over here because we can throw a canopy over it. All right. So we'll go ahead and see our shelter. Not yet. Okay. Make sure we got them underneath the canopy. So we can move our stoves there. There we go. So now we got the mess hall. Okay, and then what we can do, this wooden, yep, we'll put that there. And then once that stuff gets built, we'll make that for the food. And then the rest of the stuff can just be the rest of the stuff. Which they got a pretty good start on. Okay. Oh. So we'll go ahead and observe the trees and bushes. And I don't want to stretch this out too far. So we're... Okay, so we spotted something. And the animal attack. Alright, so holy crap. So we're gonna pull everybody in. Fast, 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 guys. Muster up, muster up. And let's see where's Michelle. Now got nothing. Alright. So, Daniel, come over here and observe. I know, you gotta get up, gotta get up. So we'll go ahead and observe that real quick. And butcher those. We can build this campfire. Okay. Do we have the rock one yet? Nope. We need stone. Those stoves are not going to get built. Go ahead and cancel those. That way they can get to cooking shit. Alright, there we go. So now, let's go ahead and see if we can rustle up. We got eggs. And meat soup. Always make sure that we have 6 of those prepared. this one. Go ahead and butcher that. And it will slow him down. So, go ahead and hunt him. And now, look at that. We got all of that stuff just ready and waiting. Go ahead and stretch it all the way out. Don't get full. So now, it seems like a good place to leave it for right now. I suppose we could try and wait them out. Speed these guys up a little bit. See, can we build? Nope, not just yet. A dartboard? I don't see any place to put it just yet. We'll just have to leave it. We got berries. We'll plant us a little crop of berries there. And a little crop of shrooms. And we want some hay. Definitely some of this. We're gonna have to want a lot. We can make a nice big one. There we go. Alright, so there's our crop. And we will stretch this one out. There we go. Nice little garden there. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about fencing it in just yet. So what else we got? We'll do a silicone leaf. Just to get them started and open up some options. An abandoned building, huh? One of the people spotted an abandoned building on the cliffside. Looks dangerous, but we could investigate it. Yes, absolutely. And some smoke leaf. We don't like the peace pipe, do we? There we go. Alright, so now we got our beginning crops. And it is closed to another day. Although, Samantha, come over here and finish this real quick. There we go. So, we're going to pause it and see what we got to work with here. You can see some of the tools for Beyond Tech. Like I said, it's not real cheaty, but we do want to get some of these things out there and built as quickly as possible. We want the balloon so we can start exploring. We got our ship deconstruction, which allows us to completely scrap down the ship. The extraction technology, what this does is it allows us to build a mine, and we can start mining ore and rock without having to go out and look. Although you're thinking, well, I thought you said no cheaty stuff. Really, it's not. Trust me, it's egregiously slow, but it's convenient in the sense that you can set up a work schedule to have them go and mine little bits of ore here and there to add to their pile so that we can, get stuff moving along at some point. So this is what we got going for right now, and I think we're gonna go ahead and we'll go a little bit further, but I don't want to stretch this out too long. I don't want it to be like a super long video, so we're probably gonna stop around 50 minutes, and we'll get these guys set to do their thing. Okay, so crafting, we want the stone. Yes, we know about the schedule and shit. Okay, the stone water. We got. Let's do 5. Okay, so we got a new weapon. Muster everybody up. Come on. Come on, y'all. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, Shao, hurry up. All right. So that was a little bit hairy. All right. So they're gonna have to go in and heal themselves up. All right. So now we can do our game rule information here. Instructables. Yep, got all of that. Since it's under roof, we could probably do the fabrics. Pretty much everything but the food, I guess. Oh no, because they stretch it all the way out. Crafting materials or what? We do fuel. Other items consist of... No. Okay. So that looks good. And we will paste that. Alright. So now they'll start doing all this. And then this game rule information is just food. Scarabée. Yes. It's very Japanese. Right, so what do we got over here for production? Okay, we got a composter, which we're gonna set out a few of these. This composting is the shit. We want to allow for fertilization of all of these. One don't need to be fertilized. We got our plants growing nice and prettily. Nice and pretty like. And that is kind of picturesque, so I think I want to go ahead and just leave those trees there just for aesthetics. Ooh, a cargo pod. And as soon as we get our balloon, which we can put right here, we'll get that built. And we'll start cataloging all the flora and fauna. And see if we can find us some we'll see if we can find us some corn root, some corn on the cob. This is the, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and harvest that. Oh no, it's a pet. We can harvest. Beef berries, signs of civilization. Alright. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to call it here for now. But first, we are going to send Daniel on his first exploration to the search for survivors. And we will send Daniel Jackson for our search for survivors. And we will close it out with him. And we will see what he finds in the next episode. Well, something to look forward to. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this playthrough of Stranded Alien Dawn, and I will be putting up subsequent videos in the normal schedule configuration I have once every other day. This will take the place of my Occupy Mars series time slot for a little while. I'll throw some Mars stuff in there, as well as we continue and new information makes itself available, or just to throw a video out there just cause. But this will be the playthrough, and this is our Stranded Alien Dawn playthrough. Thanks again for joining. If you like the content, drop a like, share it, subscribe it, and help me build the channel. Get the word out there. I greatly appreciate all the viewership that has come my way thus far, and I hope to continue providing some semblance of decent programming that you can sit back and enjoy in your leisure time. And with that being said, as I always say, stay living in the verse, y'all, and be healthy, happy, and safe out there in the world, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you, and have a good day.